A long time ago, no, in space, no one can hear you. No, that's not it either. You know what? Here's Saturn 3.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adam, and I love movies. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and the nostalgia of those times will always stick with me. But sometimes nostalgia can cloud your vision of things. So come with me as I go through the movies I swear all my life I've loved, and let's see if I can still see the magic that I once did. This is Adam's Retro Rewatch.
Hey everybody, Adam here, back for another retro rewatch. But this one we are doing is the science fiction movie Saturn 3. Now, Saturn 3 is one of those movies that I can't be the only one that you would go into the video store and rent solely over the box art. And that's what I did. I saw this box of this weird robot standing there staring at me. And I rented it a lot as a kid because of that. And I rented it a lot. A lot. I still watch it. I still watch it a lot to this very day. But we'll get into that. The movie stars Farrah Fawcett, Kirk Douglas, and Harvey Keitel's face. It's most of him, everything except for his voice. The director or studio or the people making the movie did not like his New York accent, and they asked him to go fix it in ADR, and he didn't want to do it, so they had someone come in and redub all of his lines. It's pretty good sounding Harvey Keitel, but yeah, it's not him doing the voice.
I need some rest. You've never heard of blues? You really need a shut life out here, don't you?
It was directed by Stanley Donen. I don't know. And it surprised me taking notes over this movie because he was responsible for some fantastic classics that I love. He directed Singing in the Rain. He directed Funny Face and the superb murder mystery movie Charade, or Charade, if you will. He took over directing roles after the writer who was originally directing the movie just wasn't good at it. This guy just wasn't doing the job right, so he came in and fixed it, and it shows. It shows because the sets are really big and colorful. They have these blue lights on the floor, and it's all inside. It's like inside a mountain crater type thing, and the movie just needed an eye from the Silver Age of Hollywood, to be able to take something small and make it grand. The movie takes place on Saturn's moon, Titan, and it's a habitat that just has two people working on it, and that's Kirk Douglas and Farrah Fawcett, and they're in like this Eden type existence of being free with each other and just strange utopian feel in this dark corridor ridden habitat. And they are visited by Harvey Keitel's character to assist them in helping the productivity of getting resources to send basically Earth, because it's just dead. It's a dead Earth. Except Keitel's character was not the assistant that they were expecting. That guy was killed by Harvey Keitel's character because he is mentally unstable, and that's kind of like the whole hook of the movie. He shows up there with this kit to build a robot, and this robot has a human brain, but it is a completely blank human brain, and it learns by connecting to Harvey Keitel's brain, which we all know is a bad idea from the beginning of the movie. The movie, he kills a guy. He kills the guy. This robot assistant, named Hector, very enunciated name, Hector. He learns from Keitel's brain, which I told you is not very stable. And Keitel's character is also enamored with Farrah Fawcett, so the robot also lusts after Farrah Fawcett's character. So it's got this weird like jealousy vibe going through it. Homicidal, psychosexual robot that can barely move fast It just lumbers along. But that's it. It's a movie about three people and a robot. Now, the high point of the whole script, and the way the movie was made, I guess, was knowing that Harvey Keitel's character was a killer at the beginning of the movie, but there's still this unsure feeling that is he going to be a hero in the movie or a villain in the movie when the robot starts malfunctioning? Is he gonna just leave the robot to his own devices as long as it doesn't bother him at all, or is he going to help these humans that he's unwittingly put in danger? And that's a cool little story element of it. That's about all the complex story you're going to get from this movie. You can see that there are huge homages. Homage sounds better than just rip off. Homages to Star Wars, Alien, and even Elmer Bernstein's musical score mimics the cinematic orchestral just oomph of 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's just one of those movies that wants to be a popular space movie coming out of the late 70s and into the early 80s. The sets are good. The sets are really good. They're big, they're vibrant. Even before the digital age, they're, without HD colors and LEDs and stuff. They're the blue floors are fantastic. The silver comes off as super silver. They're just really slick looking sets. The acting is as good as the acting is going to get for the script that they had, which you don't have to see Saturn 1 and 2 to really get this movie because they don't exist. Now, the robot Hector is a really cool piece of Hollywood magic. It wasn't just a man in a suit. He was about 8 feet tall, maybe a little over 8 feet tall, and it took like 12 or something puppeteers to do like his hands and his cool little microphone arm thing for his eye piece. It was really cool, and it always stuck in my head as one of the cooler robots in Hollywood. But with all that being said, the big question is, did I love it? No. And I don't think I ever did love this movie. I watched it a lot as a kid. Um, I still watch it whenever I need noise in the background. I'll put it on, but it's by no means a favorite movie of mine, and that's a strange thing. Am I weird for watching a movie that I don't like? I'm probably going on 40, 50 times now, just just for familiarity, knowing that I know when it begins and when it's going to end, and I can take that time to do other things in the foreground while that's in the background. Is that a weird thing? Do you guys do that? Yeah. Let me know in the comments. I mean, it's not quotable. There's nothing really that sticks out other than Hector and the color blue. There's a lot of blue in this movie, like my room. And there's just one scene that could have been like the stressful scene, the hold your breath scene, and it's just a page taken out of Italian horror, because Italian horror loves doing scenes with eyes, and Farrah Fawcett's character gets this like tiny, almost microscopic sliver of metal in her eye. They don't show that at all. She's just like, "Oh, my eye," and Harvey Keitel's character says, "Only Hector can do it. He's got the vision. He can be precise and do it." And she doesn't trust him. And it's supposed to be this really stressful scene of her and not trusting Hector. And Hector's going in, and he's going right into the eye, and they kind of close up on the eye, not like they do in Italian horror, not that close to the eye, or in certain other movies that have come out recently. They've started recognizing that the eye is a very taboo subject to make into a graphic scene. But this movie didn't get that far. It's kind of just like it's like here's the eye and here's the robot, and then it pulls away and the robot's like whoop. It wasn't that suspenseful. And that's the thing. Saturn 3 could have been something different and special and terrifying, but it just wasn't. Like I've said before, the lights, the sets, Hector was a very cool robot. Those are all pluses. But it just was not enough to give it that coveted yes in my questionnaire. My questionnaire of one question. I do not love the movie. I don't think I ever did love the movie, but it is a movie that I watched a lot in my childhood, so I thought I would bring this up. And that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think of Saturn 3, or what do you think of Hector the robot, or do you like my lights changed? Do you like the shirt? Everybody loves Spaceballs, right? Do I need to do a Spaceballs episode, or is it just like normally like everybody's just going to be like, yes, fine. You know you love the movie, so spoiler alert. I guess I'm not going to do it now. Thanks, internet. Wait, that was my fault. Anyway, if you like these, or if you just really, really hate them and you just have to hate watch every episode, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to. And ring the little bell, everything that everyone on YouTube has to say, to get notified that I and my cohorts, where are they? They're over here. You can see them in the background. They're not really cartoons. I mean, that's not really me. I don't have I'm not Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit. I don't take my real face off and there's a cartoon. I mean, that's just a caricature of how they look. But whenever we put up new videos, hitting the subscribe and the bell, we'll let you know when they're new, and you'll get a little notification that says, hey, Cinemadness podcast put up a new video, and you can watch it. And we get clicks and everybody's happy. Even the hate watchers are happy, if I have any. Man, to be popular enough to have hate watchers. That'll be the day. Anyway, if you like hearing me talk about movies, you're gonna love hearing me and them talk about movies. If you feel inclined, check us out at Cinemadness podcast on pretty much all the audio streaming services. Or don't. It's your prerogative. I'm not making you do anything. I'd like you to. We'd all like you to, but you don't have to. But right now, I need to forget about Saturn 3. I need to watch something else. Something different. I wonder what that's going to be.